This is a review of the digital photo fourth axis. A normal gimbal has 3 axes. It doesn't have the fourth, the up and down. So if you're trying to mount it to something that's rigid like a bike, you'll have to have something to keep it from, when you're hitting bumps, from messing up the gimbal. This is a low-cost option. You can get it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. They did a good job on it. You can see how the cantilever suspension works with the spring. It comes with 2 springs, a lightweight and a heavyweight. If you have something heavy like this gimbal, you'd use the heavy spring. It also has an adjustment knob where you can adjust the tension on it. There's a lot of adjustments on it. You can unscrew this, and it has a detent where you can move this up and down. On the bottom there's a standard screw that you can use any kind of mount. It doesn't come with this mount. I'll leave a link in the description for this mount also. You can see how we have some tie wraps here to help support it. Now the biggest thing with these, and if you look at this, you see how there's a little play. I had to go in here and tighten these up a little bit. There's a lot of slack in between these. I should say a lot, but there's a little slack in, and that slack causes it to move around. And you can see right there how left and right it's moving around a little bit. When you're bicycling, it really doesn't matter. You're going in a straight line. There's not a lot of left. So you can tighten these up, and you'll have to play with it to get it. If you get it too tight, this won't move, but if it's too loose, it's going to have more movement. So you'll have to play with that. Now, this is like a low-cost option. If you wanted something really nice with bearings and no play, you're probably talking about $300 or $400 versus $50 for this. They did a great job on this. It supports a wide array of sizes. You just unscrew these and you can see how long the screws are, and that works perfect there. You can see they did another hole up here if you needed to screw something in, and they have 3 more on the side. If you wanted to mount this more securely, I would think that you'd want to get another one of these. You can see the tie wraps, and put one in between here. The more secure that this thing is mounted, the less movement you're going to have. I tried to build one of these a while back from some parts at Home Depot, but it just didn't turn out. It was a Frankenstein. I ended up doing a triathlon, and I put the camera, I had to mount this. I tried everything. I could not get it to work good. I mounted it rigidly onto this bike, and when you'd hit a bump, it would almost tear this up. It hit it so hard. It would send a vibration straight through the gimbal. So I ended up having to tie wrap this to my top of my helmet on my head, which was kind of embarrassing. It'd be nice if they made a gimbal with 4 axes, but I don't know of any unless it's maybe a real high-end one. I'd say it's pretty cool. I mean, for the price, just know you're going to have to do some adjustments in mounting to make this more rigid. I did mount it up here to the handlebars, but it was a mess. There's too much movement going on up here. You almost have to mount it to the frame to make it work. Let's go do a bike ride so you can take a look at see what the video looks like. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have a better way of doing this, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Okay, we're going to take a look and see how this looks if you're just walking around. See how it bobbles up and down. Now if you're running, you can see it really gets out of control, but it seems like when you're walking it's not as bad. We're going to put the camera on here so you can see what it looks like, but here's what it looks like walking. Okay, now this is a demonstration. The gimbal is on the 4 axis right now, and we're going to walk around and see how it looks. We're going to walk slowly and then we'll do a run. So right now we're walking slowly, and I'm holding the 4th axis with its handle, just holding it real steadily, not moving up or down. I'm letting the axis move up and down. So I'm going to walk over some bumps. Okay, now I'm going to hold my hand steady again, and this time I'm going to jog just a little. We're going to jog over these speed bumps that you can see right here. We just walked over them, now we're going to jog over them. Yeah, it seems like when you're jogging, the 4th axis is bouncing up and down a lot. Like walking, it wasn't so bad. But jogging, anything fast, we're jogging right now, then it's just bouncing. It's almost like it needs a dampener, you know, like a shock on a car, where it dampens it. This would probably look better. You see how it's further up front of the bike, and you could put the camera right here, and you'd get a lot better shot. You just have to do a lot of bracing. So right here, you'd have to get a bigger mount here, and then you'd probably have to have something come from here to here, another mount. If you do purchase this, just be prepared to put some work into mounting and bracing. can see something.